Hey guys, and welcome back to Game Nights. I am Alynzari, and this is Hogwarts Legacy. Last time we left off, we just finished basically the tutorial or the introduction to the game, and we had gotten into Slytherin House. So, first thing we're going to do, as you can see, the first video was 46 minutes or so, possibly a little bit longer, but let's get moving. Now, this particular video we will discuss certain things, aspects of the game, once we get partway through. So, notice there's almost nothing here of any interest, so let's find our way out. I believe that's it. Now, I've not actually been here, so I don't actually know what I'm looking for. Obviously I need to go that way for the quest. Now, because I did the Gryffindor one, you enter the common room, you start chatting to people, so we will do that.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
That new 5th year
must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
I wonder where they're from.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the ministry.
Did you see the way they just waltzed in at the end of the sorting ceremony last night?
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate.
Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you and Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Do you think they're hiding from us?
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, Based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Aha, you're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Okay, that pretty much covers introductions. Now we obviously head to find Professor Weasley. One of my favourite things about this game is the fact that you've got names that you recognise from the book and obviously the movies if you didn't read the book. And they're all tied in. Obviously this is past, like way before Harry Potter happens, but we're getting there.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Thought I'd impress Scarlet by showing her my Mimbless.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up! Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio!
Okay, as that thing so helpfully tells you, the field guide is the only way to gain experience, technically. You do gain a little bit from combat even after you finish the field guide in the combat side, which is that one, not the quests, but we'll get to that later. Each challenge of course provides a reward, which is there.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Okay, obviously this is showing us where the classrooms are, so we can more easily get to where we're headed. Charms class and defense against the dark arts.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay, that covers most of what I wanted to show you for this video, or more accurately just progressing through chatting to people. But the basic explanation of what I wanted, this is not what I wanted, this is what I wanted. Obviously we have our quest log. Our post will open up later, but that's messages from various people you meet through the game. Settings is of course your save and quit and so on and so forth, as you would expect. That is challenges, which is what we looked at earlier for where we found our page, and of course we have our reward for finding 2 of them. We also have quests here, having completed 1 quest by talking to Professor Fig and Weasley, or professors I should say. Next we have collections. Now collections is things we've collected through the game. Now obviously 0 most of the way through. We've got 7 here, surprisingly. Ah, it's those things, right. These you get as bonuses for buying the game at some point. Now this one here, which I do not have, is actually from logging in with your Hogwarts fan thing. And there of course we have this, which is the statue we investigated earlier. Next we have talents, which we unlock later. Progress through the main story as mentioned, progress through the main story. Inventory is what we're currently carrying, stuff we've picked up. Nothing currently, but we'll get there later. Gear is what we are wearing. As you can see, we're not exactly wearing much. We've got these two, which are kind of sad in terms of stats, but we will improve. So, let's look at the quest. We have these two quests as what we need to do. Attend Charms class and attend the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. You'll notice they both require level 1 and they will both provide us with a spell. Levioso and Accio. Now, as mentioned before, this is pretty much the only way to gain experience. You also gain experience from killing enemies, but that can only happen outside the castle, and for the first little while you can't go outside the castle, so you might as well stay in the castle and focus on your quests. Now, a friend of mine and myself, during the first playthrough, we explored. We did a hell of a lot of exploring. Now you'll notice there's a page flying around there. You require the Accio spell to pick it
Revelio.
up. But as you can see, it's not glowing. Later on it would be. When I cast that spell, you heard that ding, or at least I hope you did. That basically tells you there's something nearby. Now, the louder it is, the closer you are. And of course, you can see it show up on the map there. Voila! And gain some experience for discovering the statue of Gregory the Smarmy. Fantastic. Not a whole lot of experience, but we get some. Now you'll see this door here, and the yellow behind it is actually chests that you want to collect. Now you'll see there are symbols on there when it stops showing there. Now, although it's not shown here, there is a tutorial thing on how to do those, up those stairs and to the right I believe. It could be to the left, but I'm pretty sure it's to the right. Now basically, you look at your two symbols. Now you've got 11 and you've got that dragon face there. Now the bottom one, which is this first one down here, is 0, the unicorn is 1, then 2, 3, 4, all the way around to 9 at the bottom here with the Hydra thing. Now 11 plus 2 gives us 12, and you go 21 minus 12, if my brain is working right, that's 9. So we go 0, is it 9? 21 minus 12. 2, 4, 6, 8. 21 minus 12. No, it's 13, sorry, 13. Not 12, 13, so 8, yes. Second one is the Hydra, which is 9. And 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14, 17, that's 3. Now you gotta look around a bit sometimes. Obviously I know where this one is. Up here. And 1, 3. In theory that should open the door if I calculate everything correctly. And the door opens. And of course you pick up stuff. Oh, the Christmas tree. I didn't get that one last time. And spectacles. Obviously now we have some more gear. I can't wear it, I need to be level 2, but we have it at least. So, that of course puts us exploration. We've got that for obviously finding the second page. Now we need to find 8 pages. As the collections, we have statue, Christmas tree, glasses. So, As I said, the more you explore, the faster you'll level up, especially early on. Once you get to about level 25 to 30, you start slowing down on how hard leveling up.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
You can see nothing in this area. I'm just going to hit up level 2 so I can put those glasses on. There is something, here we go. Okay, we have a fountain. Central Hall fountain. For those of you who are interested or amused, move around to the right spot. Oh, it's not working. Later on you should be able to make those things move. Okay, you'll see the little shield above her. Those are side or companion quests. Now, let's do that one quickly. Got a couple more minutes to go.
Hello, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Okay, so obviously Lumos, as she mentioned, provides us with a picture.
Must be a clue.
Now, if
I
you're
should
paying
look around
attention,
in case it's nearby.
that statue of the fat guy, someone the schmarmy. So let's head down there.
The best way to learn how.
Protego!
Oops, wrong one. Okay, now
This looks like the location
you
from
can
the
see
painting.
the butterfly there.
What could
Bearing
be
in
so
mind,
special about it?
if you're looking around and can't find it,
Revelio!
it glows.
Lumos.
Let's
Let's
move.
get you back to your frame, little moth.
My sister organised Quidditch practice all summer.
Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
And level 2. Excellent. Now Lenora is up here.
Lenora! I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth!
Okay, so that is pretty much where we're going to leave this video for today. Thank you for watching Game Nights. Hope you enjoyed it. Not that we did a whole lot this time, mostly explanations on things to do. Down ahead, those two doors and straight ahead are the library. Now, as I mentioned, you can level up a whole lot before moving forward, and in some regard I would advise to do that in some cases. At the same time, if you do a massive amount of exploration, you look at Hogwarts particularly, okay? Now you've got 150 of these bloody pages, and you've got 35 collection chests, 10 of these demiguise statues, and astronomy table 1. Now, these bottom two can only be acquired once you're at least 2/3 of the way through the game. Okay, that's it. So if you do a full exploration and then you get to this point, you need to hunt down these things. You've got to do a full exploration again. This one is fairly easy, it's just out over here. No, wait. There's one there and there's one over here. So the one over there is part of the classroom that you do, and the one over here is for the map. Now the demiguise statues, there are 10 of them and you've got to hunt the entire castle to find them. It's a bit of a pain. Now obviously you've got these two which you'll be able to access later. As I said, you can't access the world map and Hogsmeade only later. But for the most part, I would suggest level up to say 2, maybe 3 if you're doing on normal. On hard you probably want to do a little bit more than that. But because I've played the game, I know where the next combat is, and so I will work on that particular level limit when I get closer to it. For now, I think we'll do one of the classrooms, which are pretty much that way. Let's start with charms as before. However, that is as far as we're going. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please will you subscribe and like. As you can see, we have other rewards, that's the word. So we will be getting there slowly. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, enjoy. I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much and take care.